In real estate, one of the best methods for finding good deals is a technique called driving for dollars. And on this video, you're gonna learn all about what that is. What is driving for dollars? Hey, it's Jerry Norton here, and welcome back for another video. This is the Real Estate Freedom TV channel where we talk all about how to master real estate investing so that you can make a lot of money and live your dream life. And that's what this is all about. And what we're doing here is we're doing a series here on videos where we're going to talk all about a technique known as driving for dollars. And we're going to explain what that is. It's a very commonly used term in the real estate niche, investing niche, and especially when it comes to finding deals and finding cash buyers so that you can make a lot of money flipping houses. All right, so first thing let's talk about is what is driving for dollars? Driving for dollars is when you physically are going to drive around in your market, and what you're doing is you're physically looking for opportunities to flip houses, looking for deals and looking for cash buyers. We're gonna talk about driving for dollars for both leads, motivated sellers, and cash buyers, people that we can wholesale or flip houses to. And so let's break it down here on this video. Now, when it comes to driving for dollars, why would you do that? Why is that a proven technique? Well, there's a couple of things that you accomplish when you actually get in your car and you drive your market. And what this means is it means you drive up and down the streets in your target market. Now, the first thing you want to do before doing this is you want to make sure you have a really good plan. You want to decide what your market is. If you haven't already, you want to decide specifically what the geographical area of the market that you're going to be looking for deals is. Once you have that decision made on how big your market is and what the parameters of that market is, now you can make a plan of how you're going to actually drive that market. There is so much value in driving your market, because not only do you get familiar with the neighborhoods, the streets, you start to learn the values, but you also can see firsthand where the opportunities are. And this is definitely an old school model because there's a lot of tools and techniques and software that can, locate and find deals for you where you don't have to spend the time to physically go looking for them. But listen, nothing beats this old school strategy of getting in your car and driving in your market. In fact, when I first got started about 15 years ago, this is exactly what I did. I had a beat up pickup truck, I had my phone, and I had this little town called Pontiac, Michigan. It was in Michigan. And all I did was I drove around in my truck, around in circles. I mean, I had a map and I would highlight what streets I'd been on, and I would drive up and down the streets, and I would just look out my window, driving around, and I would look for distressed houses. I would look for abandoned homes, boarded up houses. This was in Detroit, and I would look for tall grass or weeds. I'd look for mail piled up on the porch. I would look for any sign that there might be a neglected or distressed property, and then I'd write down that address and I would try to track down that owner. And we're going to talk all about how to actually follow a step-by-step process for driving for dollars. But my point here is that by doing this, I came in contact with lots of opportunities that ended up turning into good leads and turning into good deals. And I'll share some of those stories with you. Now, doing this is a great way to find good deals. So you make a plan, you map out your area, you start driving around and looking for these opportunities. We call that driving for dollars. What's really exciting about this technique is sometimes you'll run across for sale by owner. So there's a sign out where it's not listed for sale with a real estate agent. It's a private seller that's selling. So sometimes they have a for sale by owner sign in the yard. In one case, on one deal I saw this little bitty sign. It was just in the window, and it said for sale. And it was by owner, and it had a phone number, and you could barely even read the phone number. It was faded from being in the sun, And I pull over and I walk up, and it's barely legible, but I make out the phone number and I call on the sign and I negotiate with that seller and I get this deal. And I would have never found that deal had I not taken the time to actually drive my market. By doing that, I was able to find this sign, It was someone who moved away. They weren't doing any marketing of any kind. Only thing they had was this little sign in the window. That was it. So there would have been no other way probably that I would have found that deal had I not done that and drove around looking for deals. My start in real estate was driving for dollars. I didn't have any money for marketing. And before and after my day job, where I worked in construction, digging holes, I would go early in the morning and I would go after work in the evenings. Sometimes if I had time in the middle between lunch or whatever, I was always looking for deals in my market. Driving for dollars was the only way I knew at the time how to find deals, and it worked really, really well. I got to a point where I was doing 5, 6, even 8, 10 deals a month. And in the beginning, all of that was just from driving around and calling and talking to people and looking for leads. That's how powerful driving for dollars can be. If you've got the time and you're willing to put in the time and you get out there and you can drive around in your market, you'll be amazed at the types of opportunities you'll find. But you gotta be willing to get out there, drive your market, not be afraid to get on the phone, talk to people, start asking questions, be able to track down people and just really go after it. But that's what this is all about. Now what we're doing here is we're building an entire series around this strategy of driving for dollars. Everything we're gonna be talking about in this series of videos, I've put together in a driving for dollars phone scripts, like a cheat sheet. It's a PDF. I'll give this to you for free. It's a download. It's an awesome resource. It goes over everything we're covering in these videos. But what's great about it is you can pull it out, you can have it for a resource, and it's all right there for you. So just click on the link in the description. You can get that for free, and it's meant to help you become an expert at driving for dollars, make more money, do more deals, and ultimately live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because every time new videos come out, it will notify you. You got to click that little bell icon, and then what it'll do is it'll email you every time I post a new video, which we're doing like daily. So you don't want to miss out on these videos. We're building this series about this. You can go to my playlist and you can click the Driving for Dollars playlist and you can see the videos that we put together. But don't miss out on this. Be sure to follow this series. It's going to be awesome. Driving for Dollars. Can't wait to share with you more about this. Jerry Norton, and I'll see you in the next video.